Good evening and welcome. I am Professor of Accounting Sal Marino and Grand Marshal for the 2019 Commencement exercises. If you are able, please stand for the National Anthem, led by graduating student Caitlin O'Shea. Caitlin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wonderful. Thank you, and please be seated. Now it is my honor to introduce College President Dr. Belinda Miles.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Professor Marino. It is truly my privilege to open the 71st commencement ceremony of Westchester Community College. Thank you again, Professor Marino, for agreeing to be the Grand Marshal, an honor reserved for a retiring faculty member. We thank you for your 26 years of exemplary service as a member of the faculty. Let's please thank him again. On behalf of the State University of New York System, Westchester County, Westchester Community College Board of Trustees, and faculty, staff, and administrators of the college, I welcome our graduates and our guests. We welcome several honored guests too: Westchester County Executive, the Honorable George Latimer, and all of our elected officials. Please join me in greeting them. And we will hear more formally from Mr. Latimer as he offers you congratulations in just a few minutes. Members of the Board of Trustees of the college, the chairperson, the Honorable John Nona, vice chairs, the Honorable Andrew Spano and Dr. Leroy Mitchell, trustees Robin Bicall and Dr. Gregory Robeson-Smith, and student trustee Elizabeth Lugones. And our speaker this evening, Mr. Larry Woodard, who we will introduce shortly, is also amongst us. Every college boasts of faculty who have a range of accomplishments and accolades, and we are proud to include Westchester Community College among the very best. Our graduates commence with the next stages of their lives equipped with skills and experiences imparted by our faculty who have taught, guided, and mentored them with great care and great commitment. Let us thank our entire faculty for their many outstanding contributions to the college. We also acknowledge some of the most important and influential people in our graduates' lives. Moms, dads, siblings, husbands, wives, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, sons, daughters, and friends. Oh my. We all greatly appreciate everything you've done to make it possible for your loved one to be able to complete their degrees. Thank you very much. Please join me in thanking all of these individuals. Next, we welcome remarks from a few of our honored guests. Our first speaker is County Executive Latimer, and after the County Executive, Dr. Heather Osman, presiding officer of the Faculty Senate, will speak. And finally, Ava Marie Tapia, member of the graduating class and president of the Student Government Association, will offer remarks on behalf of students. County Executive Latimer, I invite you to begin our greetings to this year's graduates.
Well, congratulations, you made it. As you already know, and you're going to come to see in the years to come, life has its high points and its low points. But today is going to be one of those great days in your life that you're going to look back on and remember. I want you to remember some of those other days you've already had. How happy were you when you passed your driver's test? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Come on now. How many of you took more than one driver's test to pass? Like me. I was a terrible parallel parker. How about the first time you got hired for a job, any job, and you actually got a paycheck, money being handed to you? Is that pretty good? You bet. How about the first time you ever had a jump shot to win a basketball game, even a pickup basketball game? You had the winning shot. I never had one of those, but raise your hand if you ever did that. What about the time you first learned how to ride a bike and your mom is there and you're finally balancing it and you're not falling over? Those are days of success. And today is one of those days. What about the time that you first got the nerve to talk to a girl or a guy that you were kind of like interested in and like, okay? Don't tell me that hasn't happened already. You know it has. Come on now. Fess up. All of those things are things that you build on. Because in the days to come, you will have tough days. We all have them. I have them. You'll have them. And you lean back on these days of success to remind yourself that you can achieve, that what you went through to get to this day was not easy, it was not automatic, and you did it. And that's what's going to get you through the tough days when they come. And in addition to remembering how you found it in yourself to be successful, remember to thank your family. Remember to thank your mom and your dad. Remember to thank your sisters and brothers, even if they drive you a little crazy, because they had your back through this. Your other relatives, your close personal friends, that special someone if you have that person in your life, all the people that love you. That's what today is about too. So congratulations, graduates, but remember, today is a commencement. You've only just begun. Have a terrific day. Congratulations.
Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you to our graduates for including us, your teachers, in your journey. You honor us with your trust, with your learning, and today especially with your graduation. With the completion of your degrees and certificates comes great responsibility, and that responsibility is to continue on the road of learning as knowledge begets knowledge. Allow your intelligence and curiosity to lead the way to further knowledge. Allow your knowledge to grow like the branches and leaves on a tree, reaching out toward the sky in a myriad of directions. And allow your hearts to show you how to use what you know. Because your knowledge, like all knowledge, is the key to freedom. Educator and activist Paulo Freire wrote, "If the great popular masses are without a more critical understanding of how society functions, it is not because they are naturally incapable of it. to my view, but on account of the precarious conditions in which they live and survive, where they are forbidden to know. Thus, the way out is not ideological propaganda and political sloganizing, as the mechanics say it is, but the critical effort through which men and women take themselves in hand and become agents of curiosity, become investigators, become subjects in an ongoing process of quest for the revelation of the why of things and facts. Your presence here tonight is a testament to your courage and willingness to know. And I would add that in addition to our graduates, every single person in this room is a testament to that courage. We say goodbye to you tonight as agents of curiosity. We honor you as the investigators of the whys of things and facts. And we know you will be successful because today is also a testament to your perseverance, intelligence, and energy. But here's what I really want to tell you. You're so awesome. You are wonderful. You are amazing. You have taught us so much. You have taught all of us so much. Thank you again for including us on your journey. On behalf of the faculty of Westchester Community College, I wish you all congratulations.
You okay?
Yes, I'm good. Hello. Good afternoon, spring 2019 graduates. My name is Ava Marie Tapia. I am honored to serve as the 2018 to 2019 Student Government President. Today marks an important day in our academic journey, and I am excited to be able to share this moment of success with you. Family, friends, dignitaries, thank you for being here today and for everything that you do to help students succeed. Your guidance, patience, and commitment to providing academic and moral support are of great value. I hope this celebration of achievement brings you closer together, allowing you to bring home a wonderful memory along with your degree or certification, but most importantly, to grow and encourage one another with what you have learned from this experience. I would like to share a few thoughts with you that I hope will inspire you to move forward with enthusiasm, open hearts, and open minds. I attended the Westchester Community College Spring 2018 commencement as president-elect. That day, the former SGA president's advice to me was to open my mind and my heart to allow my experience as the newly elected SGA president to teach me. I asked myself, how will I do this? I stand here today as I look back on that moment. It's surreal that a year has passed. I have reflected on this journey and would like to share some of the story with you. At my first college, the classroom became a place where questions were frequently left unanswered. For far too long, I concluded that an unanswered question was okay. It is not, ever, especially in an academic environment. And I know now that I was not truly being present with my thoughts, but rather learning to live with discomfort. I felt stuck. I went through the motions, and I was unable to bring what I had learned beyond the walls of the institution. And so I left, and for 2 years, I worked and cycled through jobs that had pay gaps with no room to grow. Frustrating? Absolutely. But earning a degree was something that I needed and wanted to do for my own career, mental, and intellectual growth. I knew that sitting in classes alone would not be sufficient, as it had not been before, so I opened myself up to new possibilities. Like many others I know, I am a hands-on learner. I like to build connections, cultivate personal relationships, learn languages, experience cultures, and help other people. This became my educational motivation, and so I started there. I came to Westchester Community College, I started classes, I made a few friends. Then I heard about the SGA Senate. That's where it began. Liz? And before I knew it, I was president-elect talking to the former president at commencement, feeling the excitement and the fear that brought me here today. So what did I learn? Westchester Community College offers endless opportunities and resources delivered by insightful and experienced individuals who are willing to help guide and teach students. It is the experiences at this college that taught me that a manual is not all that is required to become a successful student or a successful leader. What is necessary is hope, diligence, and believing in your potential. Yeah, you, that's you. To answer my question from earlier, how will I do this? I needed to begin asking more and more questions in order for this position to teach me. In fact, it was actually because my peers asked me to believe in myself such that I could become a student leader, and that I went ahead and did so. Asking questions are what guide me every day. A teacher once told me, use the test to take the test. It is now apparent that the answers often lie in the questions. What this transitional moment really meant was that it was time to start asking more questions unapologetically. What does advocacy look like? What will the students teach me about what they need, what they want, what they enjoy and get out of coming to school? What is beyond the surface for the first time or the second time student, the mother of two with a morning job and classes at night, or the first generation student who comes here every day, eager to feel a part of something bigger, learn something more, and earn a degree? Who are my peers that leave to go home and come back to campus, bringing knowledge back and forth, seeking to share it? I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask you questions and for answering them. Our purpose as the Student Government Association is to be your ally and be the voice for the unheard. I am so grateful to have learned alongside some of you in my classes and gotten to know you during breaks in between. You are here today, too, because you kept asking yourself questions. You asked yourself if you wanted to obtain a degree or certificate and continue being educated, and you answered yes. You asked yourself what you needed to do to get it, and you answered with action. That truly deserves internal self-recognition and admiration. To you. As an organization, the Student Government Association was able to complete several projects. From the passing of the Preferred Name Change Resolution, the Academic Scheduling Changes Resolution, and the Heating Installments for Public Transportation Resolutions, we saw students transform their questions into actionable answers. Leaders within and beyond our organization advocated for the increase in student work wages to match the increase of minimum wage in Westchester County so that our students could lead balanced lives and pay for their expenses. The launch of the Fresh Start program provided resources for students who needed access to personal items, similar in fashion to our food pantry. We watched our peers step up to make sure that policymakers paid attention to what we were asking of them. We witnessed what can be done for students in great measures when we take advantage of the platform that has been created for us. In today's environment, there is strong value in community and grassroots engagement. We are lucky to have opportunities to grow these activities here at Westchester Community College. Grassroots engagement grows larger in our society because it speaks to relevant issues and challenges traditional norms. The academic disciplines we once knew to be standalone are overlapping and creating jobs for the future we never imagined would exist before. Our cultures continue to blend and pave the path for emerging leaders who seek to unite us through knowledge to move us forward. I encourage you to go out into the world and ask yourself what you will do to continue your academic, personal, and intellectual growth. As soon as you start asking yourself those questions every day, you will succeed more, contribute more, and realize your growing potential. I guarantee it. Fear not the negative answers you may receive. Fear instead not knowing because you never asked. It takes courage to ask questions and move past the fear of drawing attention to yourself in an unpleasant way or feeling like your question isn't worth an answer. Have courage to shed light on what hides in the dark. Wherever you decide to go from here, whether it be a four-year college, a new job, a higher position within your current workplace, or maybe even a different country, ask others to join you on your journey by inviting them to challenge you and share knowledge with you. This thing is falling off. Never limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. In these uncertain times, it is those asking the questions and seeking the truth that will be heroes. I am encouraged and encourage all of you to seek the truth. Be heroes. The only way you can do that is by asking more and more questions. Now, to the college class, Westchester Community College class of 2019, I have two more propositions for you. The first is that you try to come back and say hello every once in a while. The Alumni Association offers opportunities for you to stay connected to our community. Every student that our faculty and administration come in contact with leaves some sort of impression because you are all unique and your potential is endless. Don't forget where you began your journey. Second is in the spirit of remembering Westchester Community College, asking questions and recognizing how important you are today and every day. One of my slogans during my campaign was that your needs as a student are gold. Viking gold. Cheesy, but true, right? You are the SUNY Westchester Vikings, and you are Viking gold. Yeah. Woo! So I'm asking you to ask yourself how you would like to celebrate this achievement today and to do it. That is how you began, and that is how you must continue. Thank you for believing in yourself. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Go Vikings! Woo!
Thank you so much, Ms. Tapia, Dr. Osman, and County Executive Latimer. Graduates, we're all so very proud of you. I'm not sure if you recognize that fewer than half of the working-aged adults have at least a 2-year college degree. So you are joining that very select group and creating a wonderful opportunity for your future. We know that many of you will transfer on to receive your bachelor's degree. Did you know that 1 in 10 people who earn a doctorate start at a community college? So the bachelor's is just another floor, and we know you'll go on to get your master's, and many will get your doctorate. Others of you will go right into work, and I assure you that there is strong demand for middle skills jobs that require education beyond high school, but not quite yet the 4-year degree. And these jobs account for 53% of the labor market, but only 43% of workers actually have those skills. So our Westchester Community College career and technical education grads are helping to close that skill gap. There are a record number of graduates this year, more than 1,800. And we know that a small number of you already had a college degree when you came to us, and that you'll start a new career with your Westchester Community College associate degree. There are so many different pathways into community college, and many, many different pathways beyond college. Community colleges open doors to all, and we are at the forefront of so much change happening around us. America's community colleges work side by side with business partners to make sure graduates are prepared for the workforce when emergent industry trends require new training or relevant skills in technology. And when there's increasing pressure to focus only on skills, our community colleges defend the liberal arts with strong general education that cultivates effective communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and we do so by integrating concepts from multiple disciplines. Our community colleges are here for our communities when they need citizens prepared to participate in a democratic society. And we are a new start for immigrants finding their way and making their home in the United States. We are the accessible, affordable pathway to higher education, providing many ways to be involved and engaged in addressing complex and real-world challenges. No other sector of higher education anywhere can claim this level of relevance and importance across such a wide range of issues. Community colleges we have our own unique brand, and you, our graduates, are the best evidence of what we do, building minds and building futures for individuals, for families, and for our community. And speaking of branding, I heard a wonderful speaker a couple of months ago who talked about creating your own brand. Tonight, we have the pleasure of hearing from Mr. Larry Woodard, the President and Chief Executive Officer of New York-based marketing agency Graham Stanley. It is a treat to have Mr. Woodard as our speaker, since he is a frequent public lecturer and commentator on CNN, CNBC, and BBC on topics like advertising, marketing, and popular culture. One of his recent engagements was at Westchester Community College, where his keynote to our staff was so personal and inspirational that he stood out as a top candidate as commencement speaker. He is the mastermind behind the Oprah Winfrey Car Giveaway. You know, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Well, he made up that campaign. And his experience is deep, his accomplishments are many, and his time with us this evening and his message for you, I know, will be a special gift. Let's get on with it and welcome this remarkable leader, Mr. Larry Woodard.
Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank President Miles for the great privilege to be able to address you this evening. I want to also recognize County Executive Latimer, members of the President's Cabinet, faculty and staff who are here, as well as trustees. I'd like to recognize my wife, Ann, who's in the audience. Janice Adams, she's make sure that we were taken care of, and Suzanne Parabello, was our initial contact to the college. Finally, to family and friends in the WCC graduating class of 2019, I celebrate you. Congratulations. I've heard so many times from others, and I must confess myself that I don't remember a single comment from the commencement speaker at my graduation many years ago. Thankfully, I don't feel obligated to say something that you'll remember 30 years from now. I've assigned myself the simpler and more manageable task of giving you a gentle, encouraging push towards your future. I was born in Casablanca, Morocco, on a U.S. military base to a wonderful mom who I just had the opportunity to spend time with over Mother's Day, and a hardworking son of a sharecropper who made a career out of the Air Force. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. I'm one of 5 children, traveled a ton. During my childhood, we lived all over, including long stints in Germany and Italy. I went to Syracuse University, and by the grace of God, his mercy, and his sense of humor, I've had an interesting career as an advertising executive, and now have an agency named after my father, Graham Stanley Advertising. I'd like to speak for just a few moments about the belief I have that you are a brand, and you need to act like it. In case someone's intent on trying to remember this 30 years from now, I repeat, you're a brand, act like it. Brands are powerful. In fact, let's do a quick exercise together that demonstrates this fact. You all with me? Ready to do a quick exercise? Good. I'll start singing the beginning of a brand jingle, and you join me if you know it, okay? Here goes. Give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat. Excellent, excellent, you got it. So let's try another one. Da 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 da, I'm loving it. You guys got it, Let's try a couple more, this is fun. The best part of waking up. You got it. And finally, just to end it in a nice, solemn note, nationwide. Great job. Give yourselves a hand. It is not an accident that you know these brands. Kit Kat is close to being $1 billion brand worldwide. Folgers is over $1 billion. McDonald's had revenues of $21 billion last year, and Nationwide had 2018 sales of over $47 billion. I maintain that if you want to have maximum impact in the world, you need to realize that you too are a brand and act like it. A brand is the emotional and psychological association that a person makes with you. It's the sum of everything you do, the way you look, speak, smell, taste, feel, and touch. Today, your brand has the potential to be more powerful than ever. Consider the computing power you have in your hand with your smartphone. It's much more powerful than the computers used by NASA to go to the moon. Add the advent of crowdsourcing, social media, augmented and virtual reality, machine learning, and other forms of artificial intelligence, along with the Internet of Things. Today, a single person can have the reach that some countries did not have scant decades ago. You have tremendous potential. In 1999, I walked into a small agency for the first time, having just been named its president and CEO. We were at 580 West Broadway in Lower Manhattan. Our loft occupied a floor, but also housed rats in both the walls and in the partitions. They literally would eat your lunch if you left it. To add insult to injury, shortly after I arrived over the Thanksgiving holiday, someone broke in and took their time robbing us blind and trashing the place. Soon after that, I had to address a discouraged group of employees. I had made a mug for everybody, and on each mug was the word inevitable. I told them that I'd get rid of the rats, that we would hire at least one person in each of the skilled positions. It was inevitable, I told them, that if we worked hard, we would share in the victories that were certain to come. Well, the harder we worked, the luckier we got, and soon we had won business from Snapple and Heineken and Western Union and General Motors. We worked for Major League Baseball and Nintendo, and later that year, we won the O'Toole Agency of the Year award. Most importantly, we got rid of the rats, and later were successful enough to take over a floor in the beautiful skyscraper located at 41 Madison Avenue. If you want your personal brand to have maximum impact in the world, focus on activities that reflect your core beliefs. Do what you say you're going to do. Go above and beyond. Place learning above reward, and your success will be inevitable. My Uncle Heavy, my father's youngest brother, was dying of cancer. I visited him in North Carolina, and I asked him if there was anything I could do for him. He asked if I could go to the store and get him a Snickers bar. I said yes. But he said, not the Snickers bar with the nuts and the caramel, and not the Snickers bar with just the caramel, but I want the Snickers bar that just has the nougat inside. So he didn't want a Snickers bar at all, or a Milky Way bar, but he wanted a Three Musketeers bar. The Snickers bar had just done the superior brand work. If you want your brand to have maximum impact on the world, make bold moves, do bold things so that people will remember you. I went to the Westchester County Airport to catch a flight. As a frequent flyer, I knew all the security people. One of them called me over and pointed out a woman sitting at the far end of the building. "That's Oprah's friend, Gayle King," he whispered. I went over and took an empty seat next to her, and it wasn't long before we were engaged in conversation. That chance meeting led to our collaboration with Oprah for the Oprah Car Giveaway, where Oprah gave away 276 free Pontiac G6 cars to her studio audience. It's now considered to be the biggest single-day promotion in the history of advertising. It won our agency the Cannes Gold Lion and the Gold Effie for advertising effectiveness. If you want to be a great brand, use your influence to make an impact and to inspire change. I was commuting into work on Metro North one morning, and I was reading the New York Times. I saw that AIDS was the #1 killer of American men between the ages of 15 and 25 for the 5th year in a row. This was after medication was widely available and other populations had stopped dying of disease in those numbers. I was angry. I was frustrated. When I got to my office, I called GlaxoSmithKline, the makers of the prevailing treatment, Combivir. We arranged to pitch them for the opportunity to work on their business. My team never worked harder. In the pitch, we not only showed them the ideas we had to reach at-risk populations and get them tested and into treatment, but as each of us rose to present, we spoke about our personal encounter with the disease and the toll it was taking on our community. One of our staff, in fact, was HIV positive, and he spoke of combating the disease through the work we were going to do, hitting the disease hard, in fact, as hard as it had hit him. When we were finished, there wasn't a dry eye in the place. We won the business. Over the next few years, we did some of the best creative work of our lives, resulting in great success in battling the disease. If you want to be a great brand, learn to tell your story and present a value proposition to those you encounter. A final word, brands are authentic. Be your true selves. I've always volunteered for charitable boards. I was president of the Interact Club at my high school that raised thousands of dollars for the United Way. I continued to work in my church and on civic boards through college and early in my career. Over the years, serving on the board of the Greater YMCA, the Board of Visitors of my university, Syracuse, I work with agencies I've run to do public service announcements for the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, for cystic fibrosis, hypertension, lupus. My passion for board work has been an inextricable part of my brand from the beginning. And it was that work that ultimately landed me on the board of International Speedway Corporation, NASCAR, and the V Foundation for Cancer Research, working alongside Robin Roberts, Coach K, and the presidents of Under Armour, Adidas, and ESPN. As I close, graduating class, I challenge each one of you to work from this point onward to refine your brands. Be authentic. Create a value proposition. Tell your story. Be bold. Focus on the activities that reflect your core beliefs. Keep your word and use your growing influence to inspire change and make an impact on society. You are brands, and I implore you to act like it. Thank you. And congratulations.
Mr. Woodard. Mr. Woodard. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. And I want to do da-da-da-da-da, but didn't work as well for me. But thank you. On behalf of Westchester Community College, I would like to present you with a small token of our appreciation. This is a symbol of our brand. It contains our college seal, and it has an inscription in Latin that says sapere aude, meaning dare to know, and it symbolizes the intellectual courage which has been part of our DNA for the past 71 years, 73 years, and we're nearing our 75th anniversary, so we'll be 75 years old in 2021. So again, building minds, building futures, and you've been part of that. Thank you so much for sharing with our students this evening and sharing your brand. All the best to you. Our ceremony continues with the presentation of awards. Before we focus on our students who have achieved academic honors, we pause for the conferral of an honorary degree. And for this special presentation, we turn to the College Board of Trustees, led by Chairman John Nona.
Larry Woodard, that was great advice and great stories. Let's hear it for Larry again. Come on. So, the trustees, we're all gathered here to award our first degree of the evening. And it's the first time we ever did it. It's the first honorary degree we ever awarded. Our beloved president passed away earlier this year, Joe Henkin. During the memorial service, we shared the news with Dr. Henkin's family and the many guests who assembled to honor him that we were going to award an honorary degree to him. The honorary degree is a fitting tribute to the college's former president of 42 years. He was a first-generation college student who earned recognition nationally for community college leadership and who inspired generations of community college leaders from across the country through teaching and mentoring. So it's a posthumous degree because he's no longer with us, unfortunately. And Dr. Henkin had plenty of honorary doctorate degrees and a doctorate degree and a master's degree and an undergraduate degree, but he never got an associate's degree from this college. So what more fitting honor to give him than to confer upon him our first honorary associate's degree. So it's our privilege and pleasure to announce the recipient of this year's honorary degree, Dr. Joseph Henkin. And here's the formal conferral of the degree. We, the Board of Trustees, hereby grant the degree of Associate of Arts, honoris causa, with all the appertaining rights, honors, and privilege to Westchester Community College President Emeritus, Dr. Joseph Henkin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman Nona. And we will now proceed with some of the conferral of recognition for our students. And it's my pleasure to introduce the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Vanessa Morris, to announce our many student successes and achievements. Dr. Morris.
Thank you, President Miles, and good evening, everyone. We begin with the SUNY's Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Only about 250 students received this award across a 64 campus system for achievements in academics, leadership, career achievement, athletics, and community service. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I have read all of the names. Rafakutu Abukabar. John Henry. Priscilla Largo. Elizabeth Lugones. Manuel Alejandro Tejera. Jade Watts. Let's give a round of applause. You may now be seated. Next, we celebrate the academic and extracurricular excellence of our graduates. For a complete list of graduates who have received an award or scholarship from the college, please refer to your program. At this time, if you have received an award, a scholarship, or another honor from the college or a community group, please stand. Please join me in congratulating all of our award winners. Now we recognize 2 students who took rigorous courses, got involved in leadership activities, and achieved a 4.0 cumulative GPA. First, I invite Jeremiah Condi Chattel, our salutarian, to stand and be recognized. Jeremiah completed the Cybersecurity and Computer Information Systems program. His academic achievement has earned him the Catherine Davis Global Community Scholarship and 2 awards for computer studies. He has been active in the Student Government Association, in the college's chapter of National Cybersecurity Association, and in Phi Theta Kappa. He aspires to earn a doctorate and work as a Chief Information Security Officer in his home country of Ghana, West Africa. Congratulations, Jeremiah. You may be seated. Next, I invite Yvonne Cotter, our valedictorian, to join me at the podium while we recognize her with our applause. Yvonne started in early childhood education as a student and a teacher in Germany before immigrating to the United States and then completing our program. While here, she earned a field placement at the prestigious Early Childhood Center at Sarah Lawrence College and a job at the award-winning Oak Lane Child Care Center in Chappaqua. She came highly recommended by her faculty and has recently become a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Yvonne will now deliver her valedictory remarks.
Thank you. Hello, fellow graduates, families and friends, President Miles, Provost Morris, Board of Trustees, Dean Martinez-Lopez, and faculty. I feel humbled and honored to be standing here today, and I thank you for being chosen valedictorian of the class of 2019. When I received the invitation to apply for valedictorian, my first response was, what an honor, but I can't do this. I can't speak in front of that many people. I came up with every possible excuse. My family and friends, my boss and coworkers, and my professors, however, encouraged me with, yes, you can, and yes, you should apply. So I did apply, thinking and secretly hoping that I wouldn't be selected. When I heard that I was chosen to be valedictorian, I thought, oh wow, what did I get myself into? Now I'm standing here in front of all of you, but I am glad that I sent in my application and that I stepped out of my comfort zone. There have been many moments in my life when I have pushed myself into adventures. I flew from Germany to the United States to be an au pair, to live with a family that I had never met before, and in a new country where everyone else speaks a language that I only learned in school, and then I didn't even speak it as well as I do now. When I talked to my husband for the first time 10 years ago, and of course, when I enrolled at Westchester Community College after more than a decade of not having been in school because I was determined to earn an American degree. Every single one of these moments was intimidating and made me feel anxious, but I took the first step. However, I wouldn't be standing here without my support system, I especially thank my mother and sister who are here today from Germany. And I will now thank them in German. Ich danke euch, Mama und Sarah, dafür, dass ihr mich immer bedingungslos unterstützt. Ohne euch wäre ich nicht da, wo ich jetzt bin. An meine Familie und Freunde in Deutschland, ihr seid die Besten. Thank you. Thank you to my husband, Kevin, who supported my decision to return to college and still encourages me to keep going. To my in-laws, more of my family, who continue to cheer me onward. To my host family, who took me in and let me become part of their family. To my friends, who I can always count on, no matter how close or far away they are. To the amazing team at Oak Lane Child Care Center and the director, Ronnie Weinberger, for welcoming me into their team and for their professional advice and flexibility, which made it possible for me simultaneously to work and to enroll in 6 classes at college. And last but not least, to my professors here at Westchester Community College, a special thank you goes out to Professor Sheila Hanna for choosing me as the recipient of the Curriculum Award for Early Childhood Education, and to Professor Diana Berman for her support during a challenging first semester, and my English professors Michael DeVito and Brian Centrone, because they have taught me how to write a good essay, and that proved to be a very valuable skill. The faculty's commitment, knowledge, and support have helped me find a lifelong passion in learning and enabled me to reach my goal of academic excellence. I have become the strong, intelligent, brave, and courageous woman that I am because of all of you. For those of you who may have went to preschool or daycare when you were a child, thank your caregivers because they have provided you with the essential foundation for your success throughout your life. Now let's give a round of applause to our families, friends, coworkers, and teachers for their unwavering support. As a graduate of the Early Childhood Education program here at WCC, I have learned a whole lot about babies and children. When babies are born, it appears that they can't do much except cry, eat, and sleep. They rely on their parents to survive, but they are born with curiosity, an eagerness to learn, to discover, and to explore. And soon after, they learn to crawl and take their first steps. Those first steps open up a whole new world of possibilities for them. We all were born with that same curiosity, that passion to learn new things, and that curiosity has brought us to where we are today, college graduates. While we have become comfortable in navigating our steps through the halls of Westchester Community College, we will take new first steps in the coming weeks and months, and we will likely be scared or anxious. Whether you are joining the workforce, transferring to another college, or thinking about traveling or even moving to a different state or country, I encourage you to think about and cherish all that you have accomplished so far. No matter how small, whether a success or failure, reflect on your experiences, have courage and curiosity, move out of your comfort zone, and take that adventurous first step. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support you, and don't be afraid to dare to think freely, to be unconventional, to save your ingenuity and fresh thinking. You have made it this far, and there is a world full of possibilities waiting for you to explore and create. A famous quote says it so well: "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.
At this time, we celebrate the 50th anniversary class. Will the members of the class of 1969 please stand? Let's give these outstanding alumni our most enthusiastic Viking cheers.
Thank you so much for spending the day celebrating with us. It was a delight to spend time with you during lunch and during the afternoon. You may be seated. We salute you. And now we come to the very, very, very special time of our program that you've all been waiting for, the conferral of certificates and degrees and the presentation of our graduates. Please welcome back Provost Morris, who will present this year's graduates on behalf of the faculty.
Will the graduates please rise? President Miles, it is my pleasure to present the diploma candidates who have, with diligence and honor, fulfilled the requirements for the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, and Associate in Applied Science, and the college certificate. By direction of the faculty, I commend them to you and recommend granting the degree or certificate together with all the appertaining rights, honors, and privileges.
I am pleased to accept these candidates from the class of 2019 under the laws of the state of New York and by action of the Board of Trustees. I hereby confer upon you your degrees with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Please be seated. As we prepare to announce the names of the graduating class, we ask the graduates to wait until a marshal calls your row to come up to the stage. After graduates cross the stage, the marshals will direct you back to your seats for the conclusion of the ceremony. First, our graduates who are part of our platform party. As I read your names, please come to the center stage to receive your diploma from President Miles. Jeremiah Condi Chaitley, salutatorian. Yvonne Cotter, valedictorian. Ava Marie Tapia, student government president. Caitlin O'Shea, featured soloist. Elizabeth Lugonis, student trustee.
It is my pleasure to announce the 2019 criminal justice graduates.
Okay.
Cairo Watt.
No, it's my turn, right? I'm proud to present the graduates in early childhood education. Randy Alberino.
Diego Martin Selva Rosolino.
Yoselin Oragueta.
Carlos Ceja Salcido.
LaShawn Brady.
Joshua Lopez.
Come here. Oh, God. Sorlias Canelero. Forgive me.
Justin Carlson.
Dina. Come on, Diana. Go ahead, say the last one. Dario.
Victoria Zeffi.
Natalie Alberinis Diaz.
Yamalet Duran.
Tabitha Dusevic. Stay near me.
Ermelinda
baby.
Janet Escobar Lopez.
Denise Falk.
Luke
Nathaniel
Maria Soberano.
Francis. Talia Human.
Amanda Nicoletti.
Sylvia Imbert.
Diego Caminati.
Okay, wait a minute. Nicolette Asufai.
June Sanchez.
Tanisha Johnson.
Alex Hernandez.
Esme Lovemore.
Ardell Paul.
Jessica Labai. Woo!
Daisy Payas.
Oh, okay, sorry. Alicia Montero.
Tyler Lee.
Where's your name? Oh, gave it to me back. Rosalie Neves or Orsuno. Ah, right.
Brittany McKenney.
Sabrina Manhattan. Jennifer Martinez.
Jefferson Apolongo.
Gabrielle No. Carmen Ramos.
Michelle Williams.
Oh, girl. Sorry? Big smile. Margaret Reed.
Stachel Satchel.
Nicoletta Rista. Nevelise Rodriguez.
Denise Telex Talteca.
Tanya Salevage Lasso.
Destiny Rose Montalto.
Julia Santoro.
Anthony Demeta.
This is a tough one. Irene Saputis. Yay, I got it.
You know my name.
I know your name. Never forget you.
That's right.
Shamise Simpson. Shamika Simpson.
Nicholas Miranda.
Mildred Suquay. Yeah? Aliyah Tolliver. Aliyah? Aliyah. Hi, sweetheart.
Warren Mitchell.
Elizabeth Valdovinos Panchaya.
Randy Alfonso.
Lilybeth Vila.
Eddie Martinez.
Jessica Ortiz. Yay, sure.
Daniel Garcia.
Dominique Walker.
Elijah Dobson.
Regina Butler.
Kayla Tonelli.
I don't want to.
Mariah Diaz.
It's my honor to present to you the graduates of the Liberal Arts and Sciences Childhood Education Program. Karina Alvarado.
Brandon White.
Emmanuel Nyarko.
Anthony Sanchez.
Jasmine Onofre. It is also my honor to present to you the graduate of the Teaching Assistant Certificate Program, Komal Shaheen.
Ashante Bennett.
It's my pleasure to announce the graduates in Liberal Arts Humanities. Maya Anye Copeland.
Yasmin Ramirez.
Lindsay Casimir.
Chantel Isaacs.
Matthew Johnson.
Janelle Wallace.
Tanika Esprit.
Henry Sasai.
Kabirath Bukhari.
On behalf of the Human Services Curriculum, I'm so honored to present our graduates. Mrs. Sylvia Gaynor.
Anmitha Sajan.
Paulette Henderson.
John Kelly.
Justina Edwards.
Ken Sandoval.
Caroline Lawn.
Gabriela Liriano.
Denise Vargas.
Paula Abiela.
Kevin Brickle.
Curriculum Award winner, Julia Guyon.
Janai Smith.
Jillian Hartnett.
Wilfredo Rivera.
Rika Sato.
Jay Boone.
Naomi Vogt.
You're welcome. Elizabeth Gonzalez.
Jason Lee.
Caitlin Billy.
Bernadetta Sarpong.
Taquana Gilmore.
Julissa Caridad Maldonado.
Kimon Hall. Sorry.
Jenny Delorbe.
Kalia Wolford.
Kalini Cavento.
Diana Nunez de Jesus.
Siang Yin.
Shamika Stanley Parker.
Nudayan Encarnacion.
Evelyn Mamadou.
Amara Weems.
Renee Sherman.
Amy Torvar.
Kayla Williams.
I am proud to present the 6th graduating class of Veterinary Technology. Justin Griffals.
Diana Stout.
Erica Flores.
Victoria Singleton.
Sarah Montoya Navarro.
Giseles Alvarez Peña.
Jasmine Mora.
Camion Palmer.
Nadia Perez.
Alicia Compass.
Alicia Samalot.
Dinesha Autry.
Stephanie Puntillo.
Jessica Perez.
Lisa Cosilla.
Darren Young.
Curriculum Award winner, Danielle Grosen.
Vanessa Godoy.
Emma Klein.
Erica Wagoo.
Hannah Rothstein.
Emma Martinez.
Brianna Wisniewski.
Trisha Ann Weir.
It is my pleasure and honor to present the graduates of the Respiratory Care Program. Carolyn Campbell.
Brittany Brown.
Marjorie Green.
Vanessa Nunez.
Sandra Christopher Sylvester.
Marilise Feliz.
Kathleen Thompson.
Stephanie Villafane.
Betty Ann Masulis.
Mariela Perez.
Michelle K. Rose.
Michelin Pichardo.
Diana Rotundo.
Fiordaliza Arroyo.
Axin Sun.
Aisha Horton.
Jennifer Mundy.
Marie Smith.
Hello, Shanice.
Ama Akua.
Shanice Lawrence.
Fredna Sinus.
Mikhail Batchelor.
Gustavo Gularte.
Noah Edmond.
Raul Jimenez.
It is my pleasure to announce the 2019 Paralegal Studies graduates. Deborah Hart.
Oliver Sangil.
Rossi Hill.
Sawan Matthew.
Okay. Blanca Vargas.
Loris Adams.
Ravathi Alampur.
Sterling Gilat.
Nancy Quishpe. Jonathan Maxwell.
I'm very proud and honored to present the 2019 class of Radiologic Technology.
Tristan Fordyce.
Hafida Mohammed.
Nicole Torres.
Desiree Wright.
Nakia Stevens.
Merle Fonseca.
Christina Marie Rita.
Chelsea Garcia. Karen, oh no.
It's my honor to announce the graduates of the Digital Arts Certificate, the Art and Design AS, the Visual Arts AS, and the Visual Arts AS. Kevin Bagtus.
Karen Valentine.
Lauren Barron.
Marlene Andrade.
Alex Candado.
Daritza Herrera. Oh, no.
Yosemina Espiritu.
Alexander Krasikowski.
Reza Dookie.
Marcella Brito.
Madeline Fortuna.
Curriculum Award and Class President Angela Rodriguez.
Maya Holgram.
Jennifer Nooner.
James Jacaparero.
Johnny Lynn DiGiacomo.
Gregory James.
Eric Reyes.
Terrence Lee.
Alyssa Grazioli.
Jennifer Luciero.
Danielle Rafino.
Victoria McGuire.
Beatrice Patino.
Jennifer Orozco.
Fiorella De La Torre.
Jason Pacquiana.
Bridget Hunt.
Julia Paul.
Kelsey Tierney.
Angela Sofra.
Karina Galanova.
Lamont Stansberry.
David Burney.
Patricia Velez. Eric Vasquez.
Good. I gotta get my names right.
Now, where do I go?
I am delighted to present the nursing graduates of 2019. James Constantino.
I'm proud to announce the graduates in the Communications and Media Arts. Curriculum Award winner, Jade Watts.
Sharon Ira Garrity.
Tiwa Akinfale.
Georgina Gonzalez.
Juan Jose Villegas.
Ashley Wanamaker.
Haley Hatsaluludez. Hi.
Elizabeth Chengotail.
Ileana Martinez.
Elena Dufour Ferran.
Lisa Sokolik.
Kaylee Hart.
Genoa Kearse. Collins Randolph, Jr.
Jazz Uloa.
Kristen DeCuffin.
Shirley Ann Velez.
Shay Allen Gooden.
Lucy Zastenchik.
Amy Mbe.
Moya Robinson.
Rafael Mejia.
Stephanie Villa.
Give me your hand. Joel Luke Van Alstine.
Chris DeMeo.
Garrison Marshner.
It is my honor to present the graduates in chemical dependency counseling. Honors graduate and curriculum award winner, Gerald Lynn Kay.
It is my honor and pleasure to present to you the graduates of the journalism degree program. Milton Romero.
Honors
Curriculum
graduate.
award winner, high honors, Francesca Lucia Simone.
Honors graduate, Elizabeth A. Smith.
Honors, Johnny Johnson.
Kevin A. McDonough.
Anthony Genualdo.
Sabrina Islam.
It is my privilege to present the graduates in
Younger.
performing arts. Frank Zambrano.
Mark Younger.
James Langley.
Arialis Silverio.
James Cartwright.
It is my pleasure to introduce the graduates of Liberal Arts and Science, Social Science. Kamala Lopez. Okay.
James Tenisaka.
Chantal Bonney.
Kimberly Cologne.
Nigel Johnson.
Christina Paris.
Vanessa Ivan.
Victoria Blige.
Megan Turuseta.
Nyaya Garuyua.
Ebony Bannister.
Joseph Mignone.
Tiffany Barber.
And our Curriculum Award winner is the singer of the National Anthem this evening, Caitlin O'Shea.
Cynthia Marcus.
On behalf of the Digital Filmmaking Program, I'm proud to present our AS graduates.
Brianna Ashley.
Amanda Ferreira.
Taylor Savage.
Curriculum Award winner Mason Fawzi.
Corina Vergelio.
Christopher Desiderio.
Dana Thompson.
Abby Cosby.
Jasmine Yearwood.
Christina Borsova.
Alexis Montalvo.
Sanjay J. Pargas.
Randy Deva.
Donna Michelle Smith.
Kajol C. Sharon.
Jaden Robinson.
Olga Zinin.
Amani Collins.
Julian Macias.
Alexander Tevnan.
Shayna Marcus.
I am proud and honored to introduce the 2019 graduates of the Diet Technician Food and Nutrition Program. The Curriculum Award winner, Adriana Coelho.
Ansi Deliage.
Nana Asade.
Lavonda Diaz.
Aliana Sosa.
Destiny Charles.
I am proud and honored to introduce the 2019 graduates of the Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management Program. Seminary Veronica Burnett.
Kayla Nita Cruz.
Danielle Anderson.
Carria Clark.
Edgar Alvarez.
Cara Culhane.
Jonathan Garcia.
Melissa Sage.
Chelsea Hamilton.
Stephanie Smith.
Curriculum Award winner Tiffany Guerrero.
Christine Martinez Salazar.
Selena Kaushi.
Skylar Gorey.
Dersul Jean-Baptiste.
Brian De Laurentiis.
Justin Williams.
Safwan Al-Waldat.
Israel Marin Benavides.
Stephen Schifrin.
Aaron McManus.
James Murray.
Samira Ali.
Sophie Auguste. Maylet Goyalo Rodriguez.
I'm very honored to please our first graduates of Health Information Technology Program, Curriculum Award winner Beverly Ross.
Julia Amoretti.
Joe Padicola.
Bria Murphy.
I'm also very proud to present to you our Medical Billing Program graduates. Sandra Roffey.
Janet Penn Gomez.
Chitra Mangar.
Giselle Berrio.
And now for the graduates in Business Administration AS, Management AS, and Global Business AS. Jerry Diaz.
Tanasi Edwards.
Jordan Fabian Iescas Pintado.
Kadiatu Kamara,
Kyle M. Mancuso,
Silvana Yunda,
Franco Ladron de Gavera,
Brenda Gomez,
John Levesque,
Monica Kwasum,
Christian Lemus,
Justin Terry,
Eduardo Lusa,
Jordan Curley Davis,
James Sanders,
Nicole Durant,
Brandon Ogando,
Shanice Brown,
William Wilson Astudillo,
Antonite Asi,
Nicholas Long,
Curriculum Award winner Azia Williams,
Jesse Gomez,
Allison Sosa,
William Moraes,
Jessica Bonner,
Leslie Vanessa Lima,
Lorena Paula Sasegwe Pagnon,
Janvi Patel,
Cindy Catherine Cruz Medrano,
Harold Mendoza,
Estefany Patida,
John Bernasar,
Julia Santaran,
Angeline Lobarbio,
Catherine Colucci,
Jessica Iescas,
Joseph Stankovic,
Lisette Ariana Ramos Arias,
Rebecca Ferrari,
favorite Brazilian, Jessica Beltramin,
Thomas Maka,
favorite person, absolutely. Laura Lee Reyes,
Tracy Ann Bremer,
Martha Leal,
Jemilette Power Chalco,
Adela Garcia,
Michael Matthews Jr.,
Jennifer Andrea Flores Tapias,
Alejandro Bolaños,
Nicholas Madalo,
Jonathan David Vedovino,
Sarah Elizabeth Singer,
Jimmy Gutierrez,
Alexander Durning,
Evelyn Medina,
Miguel Aliaga Sensei,
Paige Collins,
Chumari Castillo Calderon,
Tanisha Hansen,
Kendra Henry,
Joey Daniel Pintos Jr.,
Felicia Mlazani,
Yasmin Tintin,
Christelle Scholl,
Luis Sherrico,
Jennery Aquino,
Jason Gross,
Martin Gaitan,
Armando de la Cava,
Maria Cotif,
Sean Guifoyle,
Brittany Brown,
Melissa Ariela Torres,
Kayela Supak,
Abdul Chowdhury,
Chi Pham,
Roulette Philistine,
Jamelia Salisu,
Josette Chutas Santos,
Ala Altium,
Isabel Mutalib Mejia,
Dahlia McLean,
Benjamin Yu,
It's my pleasure to give you the candidates of the AAS in Business Administration. Janet Coleman,
Giovanni Castillo,
Rafakatu Abubakar,
Amba Sierra Cordero,
Gianfranco D'Amelio,
Juan de Jesus Manzaron Benitez,
Jose Carlos Rivero,
Jamila Desir,
Mercedes Rodriguez,
Caleb Petty,
Gabriela Sanchez,
Lauren Ortiz,
Kimberly Nava,
Lucas Macaulay,
Luigi Sati,
Alondra Ochoa,
Paulina Markarowicz,
Sasha Rodriguez,
Christopher Roberts.
Isatu Ducore.
Carrie Ann Johnson.
Nancy Al-Sohafi.
Nicola Wiley.
Kizzy Logan.
Eddie Carbone.
Melissa Morris Banta.
Juan Sebastian Mascheroni.
Tanat Tots.
Sean Maudlin.
Joel Arevalo.
Our curriculum award winner, Michael Alexander.
Jason Flores Torres.
Devontae Lewis.
Tiffany Jackson.
I am proud to present to you the Fashion Merchandising 2019 graduates. Tyler Helms.
Kyle Merchant.
Amani Haywood.
Giovanni Mendez.
Alyssa Barisi.
Antonio Feliciano Jr.
I'd also like to present to you the 2019 Fashion Design and Technology graduates. Denise Hall.
Princess Salter.
Our Curriculum Award winner, Elena Colleen Shalom.
Diego Arias.
Gabriela Petrillo.
Jeffrey Morales.
Samantha Sherman.
Ryan Costa.
Max Marienberg.
George Barros. Megan Tate Ubach.
It's my pleasure to announce the graduates in accounting and the bookkeeper certificate. Monica Victoria.
Maya Campanelli.
Tejas.
Shanice Roberts.
Phillips. Sorry, Tejas. Carlos Codavid.
Oriane Scheiberg.
Luis Torres.
Jediah Reed.
Gabriela Moncancela.
George Mackenzie.
Lilia Walzak.
John Buckley.
Maria Isabel Maffei.
Devane Valdez.
Sean Miniter.
Kimberly Hernandez.
Alwin Clemente.
Giovanni Cambarazella.
Curriculum Award winner, Monica Aguera.
Ryan Rivera.
Samuel Hunter Nadell.
Jasmine Jackson.
Andrew Gold.
Diana Luzusan.
Andrea Huanca.
Amanda Gondienia.
Jessica Lopez Rodriguez.
Danielle Cibrizi.
Jacqueline Castro.
Ashley Lombardo.
Brian Sakag.
Emma Victor.
Stacy Deschamps.
Brittany Pojadnik.
Ali Saud.
Oma Summers.
Rachel Sanchez.
Jamal Steele.
Jennifer Mora.
Christy Kilgallen.
Jordan Wallace.
Emily Stevens.
Casey Romero.
Julianne Tucker.
Congratulations to the geniuses of the marketing degree. They will certainly make a dent in the world. Salar Khalid Gori.
Joshua Mickens.
Curriculum Award winner, Evan McLean.
Billy Pesantes.
Shamar Garquez.
Medina Vulich.
Neil Fitzpatrick.
Samantha Hammond.
Richard F. Alvarez.
Brandon Barrios.
Adriana Thorpe.
Tracy Maldonado.
Diana Caravel Fernandez.
Sarianka Santos.
Jessica Morera.
Kimberly Ortiz.
It is my honor to announce the graduates in Cybersecurity Degree and Certificate Program.
Sofia Paredes.
Armando Abundez.
Brandy Allison Torres.
Christian Uloa.
Henrietta Nyako.
David Garcia Jr.
Adriana Vasayo.
India Hatch.
Jomara Pimentel.
Freddie Tamarazo.
Megan Palomino.
Sue Celeste.
Lexington Munoz.
Cassidy Cole.
Haley Dugan.
David Johnson.
Eliana Nacliero.
Vincent Ricci.
Alice Cabrera.
Jorge Magarari.
Raul Capcha.
Zachary Kandra.
Sammy Lopez.
Jefferson Villa.
Sandra Rivera.
Jacob Adukuzihil.
Matthew Rice.
Catherine Cruz.
Alexander Harrison.
Joseph Carula.
Geneva De Aza.
Michael Neo Jr.
Delia Harrison.
Andres Rodriguez.
Shanice Norris.
Curriculum Award winner Alice Lee.
Ashana Weeks.
Anwar Abdushayed.
Marsha Lojano.
Irvin Maldonado.
Angelica Ellen Dones.
Leticia Osuago.
Jennifer Bruce.
Kevin Hallinan.
Alan Ayavaka.
I am proud to present the graduates in Computer Information Systems. Dennis Robinson.
Savannah Rivera.
Curriculum Award winner, Welili Masuku.
Terrence Scott.
Gary Rhodes.
Marcus Adwaje Kwe.
Julia Cuffey.
Crystal McLaughlin.
Gustavo Montano.
Kathleen Coffey.
With a certificate in cybersecurity, along with the degree, Joel Acevedo.
Amanda Kentish.
I'm pleased to present the graduates in Office Technologies, starting with our Curriculum Award winner, Flavia Albuquerque.
Maria Morez.
Gabriel Alvarez.
Eduardo Amoretti.
Jessepina Canariato.
It is my pleasure to present this year's graduates in liberal arts, math, and science. Mark Mastrobuno.
Yesenia Gonzalez.
Kyle Pilico.
Kenny Meza.
Carissa Brown.
Sania Shabir.
Kamani McDane.
Abraham Calixtine.
Nancy Golielmo.
Chiaki Umameto.
Catherine Bella Robles.
It's my honor to announce the graduates in computer science for 2019. Alexander Cherominoso.
Daniel Castro Perez.
Fitsum Gabrenigas.
Shinoy Myrie.
Brandon Clark.
Anna Cruz.
Brijan Levescu.
Nikolai Parkinson.
Kevin Vasquez.
Vanessa Aya Quo.
Kathy Morphine.
Alexander Lopez Mendez.
Maximilian Stock.
Ketty Kodra.
Tom Bailicki.
Yolanda Vuktilai.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Health and Human Performance Associate of Science degree program, one of Westchester Community College's newest programs. It is my honor to introduce our very first graduate, Kevin Proctor.
Pashki Pertrik.
It is my honor to introduce a graduate of the Health Studies program, Luis Martinez.
Adana Bertune.
It is my honor to introduce a graduate of the Social Sciences, Math and Sciences, Catherine Ramos.
Wesley Costa Neves.
It is my honor to introduce a graduate of the Communications program, Brianna Mayhew.
Alexandra Momrose.
It is my honor to introduce the graduates for the Mechanical Technology and CAD Certificate Program, Matthew Rubel.
Walaipon Ruha.
Pedro Campoverde.
Sasha Wakeford.
Jason Alfonso.
Terrence Mack.
It is my honor to present the wonderful engineering and civil technology graduates. Jared Fair.
Martha Torciello.
Kevin Pena.
Laura Gonzalez.
Shakira Del Rosario.
Lauren Aker.
Ejiro Otobo.
Shai Beekman.
Jamil Al-Kablani.
Amit Somnarine.
Ryan Gladding.
Chandrika Bumna Crane.
Alexander Sandoval.
Diana Di Pedro.
Ricky Joseph Vetri.
Songjing Lim.
Rodolfo Ronnie Torres Flores.
Taesuk Jun.
Lucila Giustiniani.
It is my pleasure to present this year's graduates in Environmental Science, Curriculum Award winner, Justin Santiago.
Brenda Hernandez.
Sharon Garcia.
Mark Teddy.
Zakira Drakes.
Alexis Zunio.
Jonathan Diaz.
Sebastian Bakalima.
Daniel Salazar.
Sergio Cabezas.
Jessica Flores.
Ariel Aziz Puebla.
Barbara Danso.
Ronald Eric Gutierrez Ibarra.
Janet Cisneros.
John Henry.
Casey Neves.
I'm proud to announce the graduates of the Electrical Technology 2019 program. Jesse Neptune.
Ashley Rodriguez.
Edlin Romaine.
Nashadane Allen.
Jose Gavidia.
Priscilla Largo.
Francisco Gomez.
Keshoff Mughal.
Daniel Wash.
Alyssa Strickland.
Derek Douglas.
Christopher Guzman.
Andrew Wasilla Vera, our Curriculum Award winner.
Adrian Ganje. Keep going. Sophia Amendola. Maris Falsey. Anna Caparera. Georgina Bompong, Rodrigo Campos, Brittany Scott, Lizeth Bravo, Erhi Elia, Marcia Drysdale, Romario Douglas, Olive Harris, Chantel Thompson, Arisha Smith,
Yay! Woo! We did it. Congratulations, class of 2019. In academic tradition, a student who has earned a degree wears the tassel of his or her mortarboard on the right side. Once the degree is conferred, the scholar moves the tassel to the left side, joining a select group of college-educated men and women. Graduates, in recognition of your status, I invite you to turn your tassels to the left as we applaud your astounding efforts. We're so very proud of you. Please take your seats. We have one last very special treat for you. I know that we stand between you and your celebrations with your families, but we do have a very, very special guest who has joined us this evening. And to introduce our guest, I invite back to the podium our chairman of the College Board of Trustees, the Honorable John Nona.
We are delighted and honored to be joined this evening by our own great Senator, Chuck Schumer. Senator Schumer you're very popular here. You don't have to say anything. Senator Schumer has done a great job representing and serving our county, our state, and our country. So without further ado, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Nona. And to the class of 2019 Westchester Community College, congratulations, you've made it. Now, first I'd like to announce my class gift. I have a good class gift for you. As you know, it's hard to pay. I have two gifts. You'll see the first and then the second. It's hard to pay for college. If you're poor, the government, federal government helps you out, but what about the middle class? So, a few years ago, I wrote a law, it's now on the books, that says you or your parents, whoever paid for college, can take as a full tax credit $2,500 off your federal taxes for every year of college or graduate school, provided, in Washington there's always a provided your family income is below $200,000 a year. So, if you come from a family who makes below $200,000, don't forget to take that credit. Last year, about a quarter of all the people who are entitled forgot to do it because it's relatively new. But if you forgot, or mom or dad forgot, you can fill out a one-page form from the IRS and get up to $7,500 back. Not a bad class gift. Now, here's my second class gift. I'm improvising. So I was supposed to get here earlier. The plane from Washington was late. I have a nice speech. It's about a 10-minute speech. You know what my class gift for you is, because you've been here a long time and you want to go see your parents? To the great class of 2019, congratulations.
What a very special treat. And now, as we close our program, I remind our graduates that tonight represents the beginning of the next phase in your life. It is not a separation from the college. We will always consider you a member of our family, and we will always welcome you back to this, your home. At this time, Mr. Sergio Serrato, President of the Alumni Association, will lead our graduates in the Alumni Pledge.
Thank you. I gotta tell you something. I had 10 minutes to speak today, and they told me Senator Schumer is coming, so we're taking those 10 minutes away from you. Of course, I said no, but it didn't matter, so I'll say it for you. So I just want to tell you something very quick, that the Braves, the Marines, talking about marketing, the Braves get up every morning, every Monday, to work to fight for this country. Are in the Army, go to school, go to work. The Braves, you are the Braves. The Braves don't play at the NBA or at the NFL. The Braves are in yourself. So every morning, get up, do anything you have to do to achieve your goals. If you need to sleep in a car, sleep in a car. If you need to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I promise you, you're gonna be very tired, but you're gonna be very happy, okay? So with that said, please repeat after me. I pledge to be a loyal ambassador for Westchester Community College and to uphold its reputation in all that I do. I will use my knowledge, skills, and experience for the advancement of public good. I will remember my time at the college and those who helped me achieve my goals. As those who came before me, I pledge to use my time and my talents to help those who came after me to realize their dreams of education. I am a graduate of Westchester Community College. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Serrato. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 71st commencement exercise of Westchester Community College. Thank you for attending today and taking part in this wonderful ceremony. We thank again Professor Sal Marino for serving as Grand Marshal, the members of the committees who planned year-end special events that celebrated student success, and the many student volunteers, marshals, and staff for their tremendous work. Please clear the aisles for our recessional. Clear the aisles aisles for our recessional. Clear the aisles for our recessional, and we will get out of your way so we can get on with the evening of celebrating. Thank you so much.